Thank you, Mike. This morning, suspects in a drive-by shooting on the west side are still on the run. The home they targeted on Wednesday morning had 4 people in it at the time, and one woman was hit in the leg, but we are told she's okay. Those who live in the 300 block of Dolores Avenue near Culebra say they fear another shooting could be around the corner and that they might get caught in a crossfire. At least one bullet missed the home and hit a neighbor's fence.
They go to target one home and innocent people get hurt, and it's scary because, like I say, we've never experienced something like that.
You never know, so you can be walking and you can get shot too, so it's kind of scary too,
And both men that our crews talked with did not want to be identified. Police say there's still an investigation, but they do not believe the public is in danger and called the shooting an isolated incident.
Now to the most serious charges so far in connection with last year's riots at the U.S. Capitol.
Meanwhile, the congressional committee investigating the riot is now targeting social media. ABC's Faith Abube has all the details.
This morning, federal authorities investigating the attack on the U.S. Capitol are handing down the most serious charges yet. The Justice Department charging 11 people with seditious conspiracy, a rare charge used against people who conspired to overthrow, put down, or destroy by force the government. All the defendants are members or associates of the Oath Keepers, a right-wing militia. Near Dallas yesterday, the FBI removing evidence from the home of the group's leader, Stewart Rhodes. According to the indictment, Rhodes sent these encrypted messages to his followers after the 2020 election. Quote, "We aren't getting through this without a civil war." And quote, "We must do now what the people of Serbia did when Milosevic stole their election, refused to accept it, and march en masse on the nation's capital." Investigators say Rhodes spent $17,000 on weapons and tactical gear in the weeks before the attack. Then on January 6th, several Oath Keepers were seen here marching up the steps of the Capitol. Investigators say other members were armed and stationed nearby, all in an effort to stop the certification of President Biden's election victory.
I, Joseph Robinette Biden Jr., do solemnly swear.
But the alleged conspiracy did not end on January 6th. Later that month, on Inauguration Day, an associate of Rhodes allegedly messaged the group saying, quote, "After this, if nothing happens, it's war. Civil War 2.0. Rhodes is due in court today. He has repeatedly denied any wrongdoing, claiming he never told his members to enter the Capitol. If convicted, he and other Oath Keepers could face 20 years in prison.
And as for the House Select Committee investigating the attack, it's now focusing on social media companies sending subpoenas to Facebook, Google, Twitter, and Reddit. In Washington, Faith Abube, ABC News.
The man who assassinated Senator Robert F. Kennedy has been denied parole. California's Governor Gavin Newsom says he's reversed the decision by the Board of Parole hearings to grant parole to Sirhan Sirhan. The governor says Sirhan has failed to address what led him to assassinate the senator in 1968. Sirhan spent 53 years in prison for the killing. The now 77-year-old ambushed Kennedy in the kitchen of the Ambassador Hotel in Los Angeles following a presidential campaign event. He was originally sentenced to death, but that was commuted to life in 1972 after the California State Supreme Court declared the death penalty unconstitutional.
At least 4 rockets targeted the U.S. Embassy in Baghdad's heavily fortified Green Zone yesterday. The area is home to diplomatic missions and the seat of Iraq's government. 3 of the missiles struck within the perimeter of the American embassy. Another hit a school located in a nearby residential complex. An Iraqi military statement said a girl and a woman were injured in the attack. The attack is the latest in a series of rocket and drone attacks that have targeted the American presence in Iraq since the start of the year.
Tennis star Novak Djokovic faces deportation again after the Australian government revoked his visa for a second time. The Australian immigration minister says he used ministerial discretion to revoke the 34-year-old Serbian's visa on public interest grounds 3 days before the Australian Open is set to begin. The minister reiterated the Australian government's firm commitment to protecting borders, particularly in related to the COVID-19 pandemic. Djokovic's lawyers are expected to appeal the cancellation in the federal circuit and family court, as they successfully did after the first cancellation.
Time now, 4:37 and about 42 degrees out there.
Up next, Cowboys preparing to take on the Niners in a big matchup this weekend. It's Wild Card weekend. We have a preview.
And a quick look at the roads with TransGuide. I know on the way in I saw quite a few cars, but I usually do on Friday morning. And look there at I-10 at Hackberry. Things are moving.